Is this writer's block?
No, I'm just waiting for you to finish pouring your fucking beer.
Well, that's the whole idea, is to feel at home. I'm pouring.
You can't just come in as someone's pouring a beer. Anyway, we'll leave that in. So this time, we're actually doing a different thing. As you know, we usually watch a trailer, and then we talk about the trailer. Then we go in and watch the movie, and we come back out, usually cry about the movie we just watched. But this time, we're actually going to get OVG to play God. OVG, are you ready to play God?
Oh, always.
This time, you have two different movies.
Uh-oh.
Two different movies.
Left.
You have that movie over there. Okay, you probably can't see it because it's zoomed in or it's not zoomed in. And this one badly is written as well over here. So Jason gets to choose which one. Now one of them might be a good movie. The other one...
After Suicide Squad, I don't care. Just give me
Yeah, he watched Suicide Squad yesterday. He was not impressed. Wasted 2.5 hours. That was the extended version we saw as well.
Poofy.
So basically you get to choose one of these tickets here, okay? Different movies, as I just showed the camera. And then we're going to watch that movie, and then we're going to come back and do the review. Now bear in mind, one of these movies is good. Well, some people think it's good. The other one I haven't seen it actually either, but I haven't heard reviews from our website, you know, themovies.co.za. So, up to you. OVG, which one do you want to choose?
You're left-handed, aren't you?
Or did I think you were going to do that?
Right.
Or did I think you were going to do that?
Left. Oh my god, my head.
Okay, choose one, bro. And then you can open it and show it to the camera, and that's what we're going to watch.
It's a trick.
It's not a trick. They're different movies. Let me just to make the spice a little stronger. One of the movies is a romantic comedy.
Oh hell no.
Hey man. And the other one is a science fiction.
Hell yeah.
So you can choose. Okay. Open it up and show the world what we're going to watch. I'm really hoping it's going to be the one I want.
Oh shit, I'm see-through.
No, you're not. You're not wearing a green top.
Oh, I'm not, eh? Fuck you, man. I'm not doing this today.
Do you want to show the camera?
I don't want to watch Bridget Jones in her panties again with Hugh Grant spooning around.
No, this is number 2. She's already had the baby.
Oh no, this is worse than... what was that one with Tom Selleck and the... What, stepfathers and the kid?
Oh, what was it? 3 kids?
Kids and a... What, 3 fathers and a kid or... Oh no, I can't do this shit.
Hey, you chose it, man. Hey, world, I'm just telling you right now, he did choose it. You saw that, okay?
Bollocks.
Now, this is Bridget Jones, of course. It's a couple of years later after the first one, which was actually very funny. I enjoyed it. Typical rom-com kind of story. Hugh Grant, fluffy hair. And yeah, so...
Got a blowjob by a hooker in a car on Hollywood Boulevard.
This is true. While stating, what was her name again?
Divina Brown?
No,
Divina
man,
Brown?
the wife. He was married to a lovely hot wife.
No, Divina Brown, that's a chick that he shagged in Hollywood Boulevard.
No, he didn't shag her. She gave him a... I suppose he shagged her mouth.
It was non-sexual relations. I promise I did not.
No, that's Bill Clinton.
It was oral.
What was
It was oral.
No, but what was the wife that he was married to?
Oh, Liz Hurley.
Yes, that she was. Why would you? I don't know. It's all about power, I'm sure. So we can carry on talking about that, but I just wanted to show you.
We're doing delay tactics here. I don't want.
Just wanted to show you what you could have chosen.
Oh no, please don't. No, why did you put it in the other hand, man? Check.
Yeah. This is a science fiction where This is a science fiction where they create a new human being.
What, Morgan?
Morgan, yeah. They create a new human being, and of course the human being goes Pete Tong.
So that's all that Black
Mirror. And it's basically no. It's more like Alien. Like they send in people to investigate what they're doing with this child. And yeah, that's what you missed out on. But you wanted to choose a rom-com.
Hopefully Bridget Jones will get laid again, and we can watch number 3.
Well, let's see what happens, shall we? I'm sorry, it's just not a good movie. The writing is all over the place. If you look at the politics, like the sort of social politics behind it, it actually is quite against females having children by themselves. Even though they say it's okay, but it's not okay, because she's losing her mind because she's pregnant with 2 guys, she's not quite sure who it is.
2 Men and a Baby was starring Tom Selleck, the 80s.
Way better.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm actually quite speechless on how bad
now
this was.
Look at this, right? There was a lot of homosexuality references, homosexuals, lesbians,
Agreed.
whatever thrown in.
In the first one, they had a couple of references to this. It was so over the top, and I have no problem, obviously, with homosexuality, etc., etc. But when they shoehorn it into a film like this, it doesn't make sense.
If they really wanted to be proud about it, they wouldn't have made it nonsensical to the point that they didn't even reference the cameo of Pussy Riot, which is a Russian lesbian band.
They were in it, but they didn't actually say the name.
They didn't even say anything about President of Russia or
Putin and whatnot.
Yeah, the only reason why I know about Pussy Riot is because of House of Cards and the way Kevin Spacey dealt with that whole thing when Putin came over to the White House and did that whole thing, and the Pussy Riot became famous because they allowed them as Pussy Riot as a political agenda thrown into the film. This was trying to be light. But the weirdest thing was, it was actually very dark.
Yeah, it was quite dark. Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, it's dark in a way where it doesn't have to be dark. I mean, a woman who's having a child and she doesn't know her father is kind of story, or the man who impregnated. I mean, for starters, she's the least likable character in this. I'm sorry, I hated her. I really disliked watching her.
She's a snapper.
She was a snapper. She sleeps with 2 guys in a week, which I have no problem with that because guys do it all the time. But then she worries and she frets and whatnot about the fact that she's done this as if it's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, but basing an entire premise of the movie off that, working out
it's like train spotting for chicks 10 years later. What do you like in your 40s? Just because you don't have a child now, so you're definitely a misfit. You don't fall under the white picket fence category. Whereas train spotting is doing a whole thing 20 years later for obviously the guys.
And even with train spotting, I'm a bit worried about that as well. I don't think
they're going to keep up. Train spotting 2 is definitely going to bring in choose Facebook, choose Twitter, choose this, choose life. Whatever.
And this was exactly what they did.
This is what they were trying to do.
They were trying to do. I mean, they had the whole production team. They had these guys,
the yuppies,
with their
hippie beards,
and of course, I don't want to give spoilers away. You literally at the end, you have guys going, yeah, who've hated her throughout the entire movie. There's no reason for them to suddenly like her because she's giving birth. Like no one's ever done it before. 9 billion people have done it so far on Earth.
I knew it. The water was going to break eventually, and they're not just going to show her having a child. It's going to be a 30-minute.
No, it was. It was. Well,
and then the hand
24 hours.
Oh my God, which husband am I choosing?
Yeah, that was actually terrible. And then, of course, at the very end, you don't know who the kid actually belongs to. Not that it makes any matter at all. Jason made a very good point. I mean, the original one felt English. This does not feel English. This feels American.
I have to admit, I really enjoyed the first Bridget Jones Diary.
So did I.
Because it had intellectual writing, it was witty,
I agree.
was humorous.
And it's the same director.
It was humorous, this was like, I don't know, it was like picking up the dregs. Picking up the leftovers of the last decade. And then
it's like,
trying to make
because you made a movie of the first book, you have to make a movie of the second book. Now, I have to say, I have not read either book.
Hugh Grant went, I'm not doing this shit.
Yeah, he was out of there in seconds. No, I think that's actually part of the book story. So
thank God.
But actually, I really loved Hugh Grant in the first movie. His replacement is not bad either.
That was just after 4 Winds of the Funeral, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was one of the best movies I've ever seen, actually. But one of the problems in this as well that I had...
The music.
Okay, we'll get to it just now, but one of the problems I had was the sexual innuendos, the double entendre kind of story, where every second you have someone going, oh, but you're so wet. And the scene with the kids in the car, did he have a big... strings? No strings attached.
They're trying to make it awkward.
Was this puppet? Yeah,
you remember the awkward moment. Everyone remembers the first one with the panty scenario.
And I actually liked that. It worked. It worked wonderfully. It was real awkward. You can imagine it happening.
This one was forced.
It was forced. Every single thing was forced. And the weird thing was, I mean, even though they included, Pussy Riot and whatnot in it, and they did mention a lot of, like the one scene with the 2 guys sitting on the ball and they're pretending it's actually the 2 guys' baby.
Yes,
which is,
the white
like I said,
stuff.
You would think it's trying to be a progressive movie by including all this, but the actual movie is not progressive.
It was anti-feminism.
I agree with Jason here. It is anti-feminism. Feminism is a movement where a woman does not need a man. A woman does not need anything other than herself. But in this movie, you do. You need a guy. You need to get married. You need to know who the father is.
Not even
audience doesn't find
out.
No self-dependence. Yeah. It's actually, I hate to say it, but it's actually quite a pathetic movie. I can imagine, I suppose, older, maybe men and women at 40, not 30s, 40s, who are single. I'm single. He's single. And watching this, going, "Oh, bye," which by the way is started the same song.
Oh God, no,
He loved that.
No. God lift me up where I belong.
Yes, there was one scene where they used this song when he's picking her up in slow motion. They did the slow motion thing too many times, by the way. They did the collage back jumping to the first movie too many times.
I noticed this with Suicide Squad. It's basically, let's get the royalty-free music for a DVD collection because Guardians of the Galaxy did so well. They sold more music CDs than anything else.
Platinum actually.
So let's get all 20 tracks and we shove it into this film as much as possible. So as you're getting bored, as the scene cuts out, boom, the next scene starts. All of a sudden, all you hear is...
No, Jason says 20 tracks. Jason says 20 tracks.
But then the music dies down after 10 seconds. The music isn't even relevant to the scene.
It doesn't even make sense. Now, Jason mentions Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, I think the soundtrack has 11 tracks on it.
And there was a fight
tracks.
scene with the music playing in the background. This was just cut scene into new music.
It's like a guy staring out a window and you stick on, I don't know, Whitney Houston.
For random
just
shit.
for random shit. Maybe it's not, I don't think it was, but just an example.
Now, the most played song at any funeral around the world is God Lift Us Up Where I Belong. So what happens when her water's broken, but yes, she's still running to the hospital or whatever, the boyfriend comes up behind her, lifts her up, and then the music goes, God lifts us up where the eagles fly.
It's like the director, and like I said, it's the same director from the first movie. It's like the director looked at the visuals and she went, "Oh, he's lifting her up. Let's find a movie. Let's find a song that has someone lifting someone up." That's how it was chosen.
This film's great for Guantanamo Bay when you really need to break.
If you really need to break someone, you play this
24-hour loop.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even the main actress, your lovely girl.
Shame. She came across as very dehydrated in this. I don't know. She didn't have any sparkle.
There was no sparkle. It's one of these movies. I think they probably signed a contract on the first one, which is about 15 years old, 10 years old. I'm not quite sure. I must check that out. But she looked tiredness. She looked like she was made to make this movie, as in someone had a gun against a kid. You're going to do this now, and. Yeah, I mean, like I say, I actually really do enjoy my rom-coms. You probably don't know about it.
What's a rom-com?
Romantic comedy. I actually really enjoy my romantic comedies. I really do enjoy them.
The old one.
No, I actually really do enjoy them.
If it's intellectual and it feeds both sides of the party, because obviously if you really want sex for the rest of the month, you have to go and watch 50 Shades of Grey with your chickie or whatever. Some guy who has forced to go and watch this thing, he needs to have sex for an entire year for free with his wife. Damn it. I'll give it 5 out of 5 if you're a male.
Yeah,
and you're able to sit and watch this with your
things.
chickie.
Yeah. But I'm also thinking of it from a gay point of view, lesbian point of view, and it doesn't even tick those boxes. It does not. Yeah. In fact, to me, it's insulting. It actually is insulting on that. It's presuming to know, but then cashing in on an American construct, as you said, it was very American.
Yes.
Very American.
You know when they kneel down on their knee and they propose to the wife in the restaurant and everyone else in the background stands up and claps and all.
And also very stereotyping using that. Like an Italian guy poking behind a bar going, oh, what's going on? No.
What do you call that? Slapstick?
Yeah, that's slapstick, yeah.
Now, why does what's her name?
Emma Thompson. She was amazing.
She was the best part of the whole film.
She chews up scenes though. You can put Emma Thompson in a room that's blackened and one light bulb in the corner and she'll still own the entire scene. And she does in this movie. She's the doctor.
Maternity wife.
Maternity wife as well, which doesn't make sense.
Not a male doctor. Oh, a female one. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, there can be a female doctor.
But the fact that she was very anti-men.
Yeah, well, she had a reason. Yes. She's dropped her story in there.
And she was only about, if you add up all of her scenes, she only did about 3 minutes in the entire film, but she was the best part.
Mm-hmm. And I go back to this now, just thinking in my head. Now, this girl, and I have no problem with sleeping around. Guys do. I certainly don't. I haven't had sex in fucking years. But when you get a character who shags 2 different guys, one that is actually her old flame, who gets pregnant, you kind of start wondering about the sort of moral compass of the person in the first place.
She did, hypocrite. She was a hypocrite at the end.
Yeah, she was a hypocrite saying that you shouldn't do that, but she did do that. And also in the most mundane, ridiculous way. I mean, she accidentally stumbles into a guy's tent and shags him. because she's accidentally
No, she's wearing.
in his tent.
She's wearing biodegradable dolphin condoms.
Oh, yes,
that she bought 10 years prior.
Which
the mother knew
was a
about
good
that.
start to.
But then the first husband goes, "No, she didn't wear. I wasn't dressed to the occasion.
I wasn't dressed to the occasion." That's a real good promo there, people, for having unprotected sex. Really well done, guys. In a world where HIV and AIDS are prevalent, you promoting on a movie like this, where the guy's promoting, I didn't even use a condom.
And that was at the Glastonbury Film Festival.
Yes, it was. Well, there's
so they were trying to be so many hippies.
Yeah.
70s hippies, unprotected
Well, back
sex
then they didn't have to worry about things like that.
Then at the end of the day, she's having to go at both of them for being
for sleep arounds.
Exactly. What the fuck?
It makes no sense. The movie literally makes very little sense. I'm sure you can pull things out if you want to find them there, but I'm sorry.
You were close. There was a point where we thought Pussy Riot was going to come. This is how bad this film was.
Yes.
Where there was a point where we thought her pregnancy and her water's broken out, and they're trying to charge her down to the.
And the road's been blocked off by Pussy.
The road's been blocked off by the lesbian riots or the gay pride parade or whatever. And we were thinking they were going to hoist her up in the air and take her to the hospital.
That's how bad. That's how bad it was. I mean, I've watched thousands of movies in my life, okay? And when I get to a point
I feel
where
violated.